Hi, I'm Pat. I'm not a freak. Although I spent most of my life thinking that I was. I spent most of my life allowing other people's labels to really stick to my skin. And sometimes, in an effort to please others or be accepted, I tried to be those labels. I tried to be that static fat person in the room or that static gay person in the room. Had a lot of challenges to overcome. A lot of good examples of people who own their own, were comfortable in their own skin to help me get there. At 50, I now have people tell me, man, you changed my mind about fat people. You changed my mind about gay people. How does that happen? Do you really think that we possess the capacity to change another's perceptions? I believe that we do. And I believe that it is as simple as this formula. Be kind, be true, be you. I also firmly believe that it is incumbent upon us, those of us who are a little different, to breed more kindness and education than more hatred and misunderstanding. And again, I run across lots of people who say, oh, you really changed my mind about that. Once I was on a flight coming here to Louisiana, and only little planes come to Lafayette. So I get on the plane, and I realize that at 420 pounds, I'm seated next to a guy, and he only has one arm. But he's missing his left arm, and I'm sitting on his right side. But I instantly assess that if we switched places, we'd both have a little more room. And at 420 pounds, real estate on an airplane is prime stuff. But how do you just call out a guy's difference like that? And like, yo, dude, but of course I did. So we switched places, and for the next couple hours, we laugh and talk about life and whatnot and share a beverage. And toward the end of the flight, he goes, you really changed my mind about fat people. I said, yeah, buddy, how's that? And he said, I'm in construction, and I thought all fat people were lazy and stinky. You don't seem to be too lazy, and you smell pretty good. I said, all right, so off we go. Thank you, guy. Have a great day. I changed his perception about fat people by just being me. Maybe a little obnoxious, but just being me, right? It's not always easy, but it sure is easier than carrying all that anger and guilt around, as we different people sometimes do. I was born and raised right here in South Louisiana. Average Cajun little girl to an amazing Cajun family. I had all the tools, all the love, everything I needed to be successful. I won the parent lottery. And if anybody wants to challenge me on that, I'm happy to help you. I won the parent lottery. Nothing did I ever wish, want, or desire for that I didn't have. But it didn't take me long to figure out that I was different. I hated my hair. I'm going to take you through a series of stories and make you laugh or something that I call hair ties to bow ties. Underneath that hair ties, both of those hair ties, was Rosanna Dana hair. It was huge, it was obnoxious, it was hot, and it did not fit me. And I didn't fit it. My mama loved my hair. Every other little girl my age had the same hair. So I begged and begged and begged, and Mama finally let me cut it. She put it in braids, and she took me to the beauty parlor, and the lady cut my braids off. And she kept those braids for like 45 years, I'm not kidding you. She loved those braids. I did not love those braids. Everyday life events, like good stuff for my friends, and they'd get excited about stuff. Prom, weddings, graduation, confirmation, All those events only magnified how odd I felt, how strange I felt. Those clothes didn't fit me, and I did not fit them. Look at this bouquet toss. Here I am at a wedding. Every woman in the room is hoping and praying those flowers come directly at her. Here I am with my hands by my side, my ugly little pink dress going, please, please, no, please, no. I look back at photographs and things like that and think, man, is that normal? Am I normal? The truth is, There's no such thing. I'm 50, I'm old, and I'm smart now. There's no such thing as normal. By definition, normal is the statistical average of the not norms. I got that. And although I don't weigh 420 pounds anymore, that normal slice on the spectrum, there ain't no room for me there. Thank God. I've had run across some amazing people who have shown me how to walk comfortably in my own skin, how to own my own. My son Adam was about 18 months old when I fell in love with him and his mother. And we were all about raising a child to be accountable and responsible and breed more kindness versus hatred. Let's be clear. It was the mid-90s. The boy had 2 mamas in South Louisiana. He was going to have some challenges of his own. We figured we'd better arm him early. One day, he and I were at the Walmart. He was about 4, as unfiltered as 4-year-olds are. And he's in the little buggy up front, and I'm putting the stuff on the conveyor belt. And I hear, "Excuse me, ma'am, but why do they call you black if your skin is just only brown?" Things were about to go down at the Walmart. That basket seemed a mile long as I tried to get to my child to hush his mouth. And she stopped me instantly and said, "Well, son, that's a very good question. Do you see? My skin is just my skin. I was born in it." And Adam reached out and touched her arm, and they grinned, and life went on. No victim, no fear. She held space. She was kind. She educated, and life went on. Thank you very much, lady. I don't even know who you are, but you're amazing. Carson Gene Higgins, probably the most profound example of owning your own path, knowing who you are, and comfortable in your own skin, I've had the privilege to date, to be a part of. Carson was diagnosed with neuroblastoma at age 4, and he fought the cancer monster for 9 years. And in my opinion, he won. Carson knew who he was, knew who his creator was, knew what he was supposed to do, and he loved with every ounce of his being. One day he was in the hospital, and he's one of 5 boys born to my friend John and Debbie. And his older brothers had written him some cards and whatnot, and he's reading them, and one of his older brothers says, "Man, I'm sorry you're having to go through this. I know how hard it must be," and whatnot. And Carson's about 10. And he goes, "It's really not that hard." Like, not that hard? Every other kid your age is outside playing in the sunshine, and you're quarantined again for some round of chemo that has never been heard of before, again. Not that hard? How are you so comfortable in your own skin at 10? The same skin that itched and burned and rashed over from the nasty chemicals that ran beneath his veins to try to kill the monster. Not that hard? My path seems pale in comparison to this child. And while he only spent 12 years on this planet, he lived more in those 12 years than most grown people I know today. This picture was taken the day before he died. Last picture of Carson. He's accepting. He's loving. He's safe. He's owning his own. He's comfortable in his own skin. Carson Gene Higgins, my friend, you're amazing. I love you, buddy. In the wrong place? Me? Nah. So I've been called out in the bathroom for being in the wrong place since my mama let me cut my hair. Now let's be very clear, I'm not sad a moment about that. I hated that hair. But I've been called out a lot in the bathroom. And I wasn't always so comfortable or kind in my own skin. Once in my early 20s, I was at a restaurant, and I went to the bathroom. It happens. You do. People go to the bathroom when they're at the restaurant. And I hear this man say, I'm sitting in my stall, and I hear him say, "Excuse me, but you're in the wrong bathroom." And I thought, some drunk guys wandered from the bar into the bathroom. But then he knocks on my stall door, and I'm like, oh, man, he's talking to me. So I opened the door. And he said, "You're in the wrong bathroom." And I said, "No, I'm here on official business, but since you're here, do you want to help?" And he scurried off, of course, but I didn't let it in there. I found him in the restaurant. He happened to be the security guard, a man simply doing his job. But I took the opportunity to dress him down in front of God and everyone to make sure that he knew that I was right and he was wrong. The truth is, I was not right. I didn't have the right to dress him down. Nobody has the right to be rude. Nobody has the right to be rude. It's my job to hold space and be kind and educate. Now, conversely, I've grown a little since then. And I've learned to flex that kindness muscle many times and had lots of opportunity to do so. I'm at a country music concert with my twin nieces, and the lady calls me out, and I'm ready. No. Nobody will be harmed in the using of this bathroom. Everything's okay. But my nieces rose to defend my right as a girl to pee in the girls' bathroom. And I instantly had to settle them down. Like, nope, this is how we do it. So for those of you who have someone different in your life, thank you for rising to our defense. The truth is, we just want you to love us through it. NBD. That's no big deal for you non-nerd type people. All of these experiences have taken me to today to what I call my bow tie confidence space. My normal. My bow tie. It's kind of cute, don't you think? I happened upon the bow tie accidentally. As a corporate executive, I'm often asked to dress up for stuff, whether we're having fun, or I have to go to a fundraiser, or I have to present some information. And women's business suits suck. You ever worn one of those things? God, they're terrible. They don't fit me, and I didn't fit them. But so on Nerd Day, we all wore bow ties. And I got compliments all day about how cute I was in a bow tie and how good it looked. I'm like, Now, secretly, I liked it, but I wasn't going to tell anybody or admit to that. I still was wearing the women's business suits. But then again, several weeks later, months later, the guys at work decided they were going to do Tie Tuesday, Dress for Success. And one of my employees brought me a bow tie. So I wore it, and I liked it again. Then I decided, you know what? Business suits are out. Suit jackets and bow ties, that's where I'm at. That's what's going to happen. It reduced my confidence when trying to deliver information, when I had to wear the other people's labels, the other people's clothes. I swear, every time I looked at them, I'm like, that's not my clothes. They're not. I felt like they were somebody else's clothes. So I quit wearing it. Here I am at a fundraiser with 700 other women. I'm absolutely the only woman there not in a cute red or black dress or some variation of, and absolutely the only woman there in a bow tie. Nobody called me out in the bathroom. Nobody stared at me. Nobody talked about me. The truth is, they didn't do that because I owned my bow tie. I rocked that bow tie. Look how cute. I owned that bow tie, so nobody gave a crap. I'm not supposed to say crap. Nobody cared. The truth is, I think sometimes people put labels on us when we don't know. When we don't own who we are, comfortable in our own skin, people stick labels on us. I don't think they're always ill-intended. I don't. But nobody did it that day. What makes me beautiful, what makes me amazing, is that I own my bow tie. I own my space. Now let me be very clear right here and right now. I am by far not perfect. I am by far without failure or wrong. But I'm cute in a bow tie, right? My challenge to you is this. Where's your bow tie confidence space? And are you living in it? Are you holding space to be kind and educate? You've seen some amazing speakers today tell you of their challenges. How are you going to overcome yours tomorrow? It's not enough to wave a flag and stomp for people to change. For never in the history of change has anyone ever changed by anybody telling you to change. We human beings simply aren't wired that way. It's not how it works. I'm challenging you to this. Own your own difference. For the day, when the day comes that we all own our own differences and are kind and educate, there simply will be no difference. Be kind, be true, but for God's sakes, please, just be you.